Okay, gonna get a little harder today. Gonna do a green stake on the red deck. So this one's gonna require faster scoring or faster increase for the scoring of each ante. So it's gonna be a lot more competitive finally. Hmm. Free voucher in the shop is pretty cool. I guess yeah, there are some plays I could do. So we have spades debuffed. I could go skip, get into a different debuff. Maybe I could hit cards played previously or something. I don't think that's a horrible decision, but I don't think that really helps anything. Okay, so this would be 69 times 4, which is not quite the 75 times 4 that we need. So I think just ditch these. Cool. I think I could commit to a hanging Chad. It does absolutely nothing here. So we'll play just a moderately good full house, and then we have just 100 to go. So, we need 118. Can I get that off of two pair? Let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yeah. So to benefit the most from Hanging Chad, we want to find anything that ups our multi with each card play. Not great, but ditching two twos is totally solid. And queen is very nice. Okay, so spades are debuffed, which means I still have that club queen. I think I'd rather just get a good hand out of the way. We can do two pair. I don't quite know where I want to be for this one. I might grab Dusk because if I'm playing a retrigger build, this definitely gets me a lot more extra retriggers. Fantastic. I think I'm gonna need that queen. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat it without it. So really the priority now is finding a joker, like the smiley face joker that gives a bonus for each. Uh if I can survive just one more hand, this is pretty good. And then I could go two pair, guarantee that I'm getting a little bit more back. This is tricky. Definitely tricky. 60 times 7. So 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120 times 7. Get out the calculator for that one. Just shy. But I forgot, I didn't take into account that Dusk is multiplying, so that would be another 130, 140, 150, 160 would get us there. So we have enough. So what I'm going to do is see if I can get one more, because this is going to get me a lot of money off a business card. There are a lot of decisions here. I think ultimately I do want to grab this overstock before leaving the blind, but I've got two more shops that I could grab it. I really like this Joker, the trading card, because it helps filter out a lot of the unwanted cards when I'm now trying to maybe build into queens or something. Mystic Summit doesn't really combo with Hanging Chad, but I'm kind of in need of just multi right now. Oh. I guess I'll start with Arcana Pack. And upping this to a queen and this to a 10 means I now have 6 queens. I think what I want to commit to here is trading card and then a spectral. Add negative to a Joker. I don't think that's worthwhile here. It would be worthwhile if I wasn't just canceling out Juggler. So instead, what I'm going to do is put a blue seal on this queen. And maybe down the line I can, like, get some copies of it. I think what we'll do is just pair of kings. Because every hand now, if I can lead on some face cards, will farm us a little bit of money. So that's pretty good. I definitely need that multiplier queen. If I don't get it here, I think I might just lose. I did end up getting it, but let's just math it out just in case. So 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 160 times 7 again ends up at 1120. So definitely would have lost if I didn't at the very least draw into a 5th queen. Okay, so that sets us up with $31. We open up Overstock and get a 3rd card choice here. I think what I'm going to do is actually sell the Juggler to get back even Stevens for a bit. And I don't want to commit to this long term, but I need some options going forward. Okay, so now the basic game plan is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to sell off unwanted face cards and odds mostly. And then we lead on kings and eights. Gets me a pretty good hand. I don't quite know what I want to do with this. Upgrading flush, always a good middle ground. I think we open this up, see if we can get... Oh! I was hoping for upgraded queen, but we've got a purple seal lucky 10. It checks a lot of boxes right now. I think purple seal is just pretty good for getting a little bit extra development. Lucky is, of course, my favorite build. And it's 10 for even Stevens. If I'm gonna keep this, or if I am forced to keep this, I definitely want 10s in the mix. So we'll buy that, and then here we go. Okay, maybe I ditch even Steven right now, or business card right now. That's a little tricky. I think... Oh, wow. I really do not know what to do. What's happening this time? Diamond's debuffed. I'm going to ditch even Steven for hopefully just a little bit and then buy it back in the future because I want at least one hand of business card. Wow. That was a starting hand. Okay, we've got queens and jacks. I think we can start like this, and it should actually be pretty decent. So we're looking at 3, 7, up to 14. Second play, it goes up to 17, up to 34, then 37. I think that's really decent, and it's got the money off of it. Okay, this has some fun stuff. I think what I want to do here, because there is an intention to sell trading card later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell business card now, grab clearance sale, make everything cheaper, grab a gift card, and now this should develop trading card a bit so I can sell it later. Ah, is this worthwhile? Yeah. And yeah, full house is exactly what we want to be upgrading right now. So we have Jack, 10, 9, 8, 7. And it looks like we're going to try to do aces and queens. But instead, what we're going to do is... Oh, I can't even do the flush. Okay, I think what I'll do is... We're going to play 2 pair with queens. See if we can preserve that planet card. Darn, did not work out. Okay, so what we'll do is just pair 4s. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Then we'll play a flush and get to upgrade it. Lost out quite a bit on potential money there, but I think it's okay with the high interest that we have. 3x multiplier for 5 of a kind, or 3 of a kind. Not quite how I want to sell that yet. I think I'm going to take a lucky here just because I need stuff that's getting multiplied, and we're not really doing too much of that yet. Okay, this is pretty good. Just a real quick full house. Probably gets like 4,000 or so. 10,000. I was a little off with that. Okay, so do I want to try to make the queen copy? I think I can do that. I think what I'm going to do here is just Jack and Stone. And then save this death for getting something a little more worthwhile. Another full house upgrade. We'll turn this 4. It's in our strongest suit. Turn this 4 into a glass, and it sort of turns into a little safety valve in case we're stuck on the very last hand. We could basically guarantee that we get 4 procs of a glass. And then tarot card 5 of spades. I do like that. All face cards are drawn face down. Not ideal here, but I think this is actually okay. Let's just play this. Okay, this is what we want. I want to turn that into the 5 and then just ditch both of them. And then I want to copy that. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we'll ditch that. I'll hang on to that for later. We're going to make these some extra copies. We have 2 cards to play. Do I like this better or do I like this better? I think I like this better. Great stuff. Oh. If I had room to play, I would love to grab this Joker and just let the egg develop a bit. Okay, I think we are going to grab an Arcana pack that lets me swap into this. It's not the most exciting card, but it's low-key very good. Maybe we could try for hearts. So I don't know if hearts are gonna work. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we do have a pretty decent full house. I would have liked to see 1 upgrade out of that, but didn't need it. Wow. Okay, and I guess that's the play. We sell gift card first because we still have more stuff we want to get rid of with our trading cards. So let's sell the gift card and grab this polychrome flower pot. 3x multiplier if poker hand contains each suit. So that's 4 distinct cards. That's unlikely to really happen unless I can get a few wilds, but I'll take a solid 1.5x multiplier for free. Uh, hearts. Hearts are not really what I want to swap off of yet. I do think hearts should be preserved as my secondary suit. So I think we'll just try a Wheel of Fortune. Didn't get it. As expected. Well, I've been saying that I need something that can help benefit that, so that will do it. Okay, so we're going to ditch this 7, and then we're going to ditch both of these. We're going to make these lucky. And I think the play is to do the Queen of Spades since it is a guaranteed multiplier instead of the risky 1 in 5. Because really, we need the multiplier first or second proc, not third or fourth proc. So that's really just a 1 in 5 chance, and then 4 in 5 times 1 in 5. That's not good. Just take the sure bet and finish the hand in 2. Didn't need it because the polychrome pushes me over. Okay. I think it's time to sell trading card. I've got enough tarots that I can probably get some destroy effects. We're going to sell this. We're going to look at what the judgment was. Green Joker. We're going to look at the spectral. Put a gold seal on this queen. Get some extra money there. And now we're going to upgrade the we're going to add in a hologram. So now we have the baseline 10x multiplier times 1.5. So we have a 15 just on board always. And then we have to add a card. Wow. I mean, I kind of... If this wasn't a 3, I would really love this card. But a steel holographic is pretty cool to me. But Lucky Polychrome. Sad it's an ace, but that's okay. And we have 4 more boss blinds to go. So play only one hand type this round. Let's start by ditching 2. I could turn that... I think I might spin the spades just now. Get it out of the way, because I don't think it's important. I think what I want to play here is 2 pairs. I think 2 pairs are going to be pretty strong. Two pairs are really strong. Okay, Crystal Ball gets us an extra consumable slot so we can play around with king cards if we get those. Mega Pack will up our multiplier by 1.25 up to 1.5 and up to 1.75. And we see 2 queens. Wow. So that is looking really nice. And so our baseline multiplier is now 17.5 times 1.5, 26.25 on top of whatever else we're able to produce on our Dusk Hanging Chad photograph. What's coming up? 0 discards in the future. Okay, good thing to note. Let's go full house. Wow. Multied 2 luckies on the first and the second. It's pretty nice. Unlocked a new voucher, which is really important. Which voucher is that? Just not really sure what unlocked it. Oh well. It's one of these, but unimportant. Okay. What do we need? Also, I just realized that there's a voucher that's locked behind getting to ante 12, so I will have to play that at some point instead of just stopping at the standard antes. Forgot about that one. Okay, let's start with Arcana pack. Destroys 2. That's what I like to see, especially when I'm trying to add a bunch of cards. We'll look at a buffoon, but unlikely we're going to take anything. I think the straight's fine. It's not really good, but... I guess I could do a stone. Might as well pop the Hermit now. Doesn't really change anything here. I think I just want to play this straight. Get the multi on the first 2 again. First 3! Maybe that wasn't first 3. Maybe it was second, third, fourth, but... Oh, wait, no. We only have 3 procs. That's right. I'm conflating it with when Dusk pops on the last hand. Okay, so... what can we do? I think we'll turn a queen into a steal. Keep leaning into the dream that we're going to just end up with only queens, even though we kind of slowed down on that a lot. No discards, so don't even worry about those. I think we just play 3 of a kind and dump non-spades. Wow. Very cool. Finally got the multiplier into the thousands. Blueprint is pretty cool here. So what do I like with Blueprint? I could sell off of Dusk and get more Hanging Chads. Yeah, so what I like about this is selling off of Blueprint means, well, let's make the math look a little bit better, a little bit more enticing. Polychrome Queen, that's what I like. Do I want that? No. So we now have a 225 multiplier. So setting Blueprint here is crazy strong. There's a minor non-bow here because the hologram Joker has holographic, which means we multiply it. We multiplicatively multiply it, then we add on, and then we multiply again. So we're not getting full value out of this, but I think 225 times 225 is good enough. And I think I'm just kind of happy with this. I think this can take me decently far. Let's look at some cards. Okay. Let's look at 2. Not really what I want to see right now. So I think I'm just going to play a dump hand. Let's turn this into a gold card. Purely for aesthetics, nothing else. I'm kind of happy with my gold for the rest of the game. But I think what I want to play here is kings, and we're going to dump the jack. Now, the real fun part is this is not the best orientation. The best orientation will be putting ballot or a blueprint in front of ballot, but I don't want to do that yet. I actually want to flounder for a little bit more. So let's dump these because I'm looking for stuff that I can convert and stuff that I can delete. This is a convertible. Turn that into a queen. And then let's try to end it if we can. That would be so good right now. We already have 2 uncommons. We throw that in the mix, and we've got an extra 1.5 times 1.5. But I don't really think that's in our future. Oh, I don't know which queen I want to copy, but I think I'll do the lucky. Wow, we are just not finding any of these low ones. We have quite a few still. Like, I would happily ditch anything 8 and lower. Happily do 9 and lower, 9 and lower. And that 5. Just one off. 5 of hearts. And since that's the case, what I'll do is just look at 2 more cards. See that I can make more spades. We can have some fun with this and dig a little deeper. 4 of a kind's a nice pull. 3 of a kind's a nice pull. All these ones that kind of didn't pan out until this very minute. Okay, so we want to swap off of... Is it time to swap off of hearts? I only have 12. This is a pretty good swap. So that turns it from our second most into our third most, and now we have a lot of spades. What's our bad blind? Decreased level of played poker hand. I don't think that should hurt us too much. Okay, I don't think I'll be using this judgment, but I'm probably going to sit on it and see what we end up with. I think it's Verdant Joker, or Verdant Ante, or Blind, or whatever it's called. That basically means I have to sell off a Joker to score points. Okay, pretty solid. I think we're gonna see how much money we can get here. So let's go. Let's see if this works. What I'm gonna do is pair queens. Pair queens or 2 pair. I think I'll do 2 pair. I think this probably wins, but I'm not actually sure. Oh yeah, that one. Finally getting another standard pack. Polychrome 10 or holographic multi. probably want the polychrome 10. I still have a good density of 10s that I can work with. And wow, yeah, that's a tough choice. So basically, I could convert my jack total or my 10 total into my jack total, which does activate the photograph a lot more. Maybe that's a worthwhile play. I was not considering jacks to be really anything, but I guess that does work. And then what we're going to do is just develop way down. See, cool. It's not helpful, but I will take a half joker. And then let's buy both of these, which means I can upgrade 4 into multis this hand. Or even better, I can see what I pull. And I can upgrade some stuff into bonus cards if I want. So we lost a little bit of mileage on 2-pair, but I don't think it's going to slow us down. And let's... Ooh. This is crazy. I think... I need to do the math on it, but this might actually outperform a polychrome flower pot in this setup. Flips and shuffle all jokers, so let's see what's happening. What order do I need to get my jokers down into? Okay, let's start with this and just look at what's going on. I think I like this. Just gamble a bit. Yeah, just keep gambling. Okay, we'll make these bonus cards. It's kind of irrelevant. Okay, so what order do we want them in? We have them like this. And we would, let's say we have just a 1x multiplier. Right now we're looking at 1x, up to 2x, up to 4x, 8, 16. Yeah, because that's 1 to 2, 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Okay, so the current orientation is 5 procs of photograph, which gets us up to a 32x multiplier. Then we do 32 plus 10 times 2.5. That gets us up to 105. And then finally this one, I don't know if that flower pot effect is actually going to happen, so I'm just treating this as the polychrome, but that's a total of 157.5 multiplier. If I ditch that, which has a solid 1.5 over anything I produce, and instead put this smiley face right in front of photograph, I'm looking at 1 up to 6 times 2 on the first one, plus 5 times 2, plus 5 times 2, plus 5 times 2, plus 5 times 2. 52 up to this point, then plus 10 times 2.5. Nope, that did not work. I think I messed that math up. Calculator cannot handle how I did that. Okay, so I am in the tank on this one. Okay, 1 plus 5 times 2 plus 5 times 2 plus 5 times 2. And then plus 5 times 2. Okay, already I think I've only done 4 total, which is including the last ballot. We're up to 166. Yeah, so with Smiley Face, we're looking at like 342 before we get to this point. So I think we can safely sell off a flower pot. Bring in Smiley Face. But now I have the fun of needing to think what the order has to be. I don't think this mattered, right? Oh, well, I could mitigate it, but I don't. I'm actually happy with where we're at. I don't think there's any way this loses. Very cool. That's a pretty good Joker to be able to find. Basically gives a flat 2x every time you play a very specific card that changes each round. Yeah, let's look at more tarot cards. Okay, strength is nice. I think we're going to sell off the judgment now since we've established it is unimportant. I don't think that's beneficial to us. And then just farm out some last minute upgrades because we are gonna, it would be nice to like get a quick upgrade on high card. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I think let's just upgrade these jacks. Well, okay, so I had that whole debate about whether I wanted to swap the position of 10s and jacks, and this would basically be pushing jacks back down to being irrelevant, but it does put me up to 13 total queens. I think that's good. One, two, three, four, five. Might lose my 2, but I'm actually happy if the 2 disappears. Yeah, let's add a last minute ace just for that extra 0.25. No negative jokers, so won't be adding anyone else. And we have a lot of extra money, so we could just play around and dive down a bit. Trousers. Trousers are one of my favorites. They just scale really efficiently. Like, it definitely gets outclassed anything over Red Stake, but it's just such a nice baseline to, like, play catch-up with. Like, all you need is one multiplier to really help it along. Okay, there's the high card. That's one that I really wanted. And I don't think there's any reason to not just go all the way, but I'll stop there. Okay, so I need to think on how I'm going to identify these. Because what I want is... this doesn't matter, but I need to notice where +5 and ×2 are happening. And then where hologram's happening. So basically, we want to be able to say Hanging Chad. Okay, well, that's helpful. Already, we know 1. upgraded one of them. Well, that's crazy. Yeah, we'll just play this. I have no idea. I did not even notice any of them. Okay, we're just gonna play this, have fun, and not really care. And then, since this is a really good hand, I think I will try to see how far it can go. Upgrade the high card. Get an extra hand. That's an extra $1 per hand, or per round. Looking pretty strong. That is a lot of these queens. And now I can start, like, putting better upgrades on them. Lose $1 per played card. Not an issue, especially when we are getting a ton of money. Kind of just speeding through these now because it's not really too concerned with anything. Let's just play ace high for fun. Yeah, basically what I was trying to find was either one more king. Ah, there it is. Okay. I basically wanted to be able to develop either um, a flush 5 or a flush house, and this gets me the flush house. It also shows off just how strong flush house is in this setup right now. Okay, more upgrades that are good, but don't ultimately help us. Let's open you up, see what we got. I don't think we want this, but we could just hold on to it and swap off cards. Wow, we are chaining these kings. It's just, yeah, let's play this. Loses $5 total, but that will be all I need to lose. And we blew up that 4. Okay, ups the interest caps. Now we're looking at quite a bit. Didn't want to calc it out before I spend all this money. Yeah, so 9. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Free Mega Standard Pack. I don't think I need it. I think I could just play on. We're just going to do a 7 with 2 stone backup. Good to know that that's just past the 1.1 million mark. And then I don't care too much. I don't really feel like playing any of these. Ah, I should have. That was a mistake. Ideally, I would have put the gold on that queen. Okay. Let's delete these. Let's play 4. Let's play 3 of a kind. I like 3 of a kind here. What's happening this time? First hand drawn face down. Lucky Cat's here. Little late for Lucky Cat. We're already at a 375 multiplier there. If it had a modifier, totally would. Oh, planets. First hand drawn face down. Let's just play this out. What's the worst that could happen? Worst is that we just get a quarter of what we need. Not bad. Okay, we have aces and kings. So let's do this orientation. Hope we get a multi on one of the first few. No, didn't get it till the very end. There we go. Now we can finally upgrade that queen correctly, and then let's play like that. The extra 1.5 every time, since we're multiplying it 4 extra times, is just so huge. I really don't want these, but I really want to upgrade that. I think at this point, it is diluting my deck too much. Flush house, finally. $14 million. This is hard. Just play 4 of a kind, and then we'll try to play a flush if we have to keep going. Okay, we got these. We can convert to clubs. Not great, but not awful because... Oh, wait a minute. We could play quads here. And this is the best, I think, right? Yeah. I think this should be north of 14 million even. Wow. 69 off of the full blind. Don't know what the hand gave. I guess it would have been like 60-ish, 61-ish. And our last blind that I want to play will be player discard, draw 3 cards. That's not the worst. That is exactly what we need. Because I do want to keep adding for hologram, but I really don't want to push that. Sure, we'll grab that anyways. Strengths have really been our big play this game. They have pushed so many cards into the queens for us. And speaking of which, immediately do that. Immediately pop these. Look at another one. I'm just playing cards to play cards at this point, but let's go like that. So I'm actually torn whether I want to lead on a chip or a lucky card. I think I'm going to lead on the chip, and I will regret it if this does have a multiplier proc, because that means the first one would have procced. It's rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be a scrappy hand. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, really now, chips are the limiting factor, which is impressive that I'm limited so heavily on chips, but think we can sneak it out for this last one. More spades. And at this point, I will start skipping them unless they are a beneficial queen. '81. We have played a lot of these cards. Let's lead on High Priestess. Upgrade both of these. Okay, so after player discard, always draw 3 cards. So we can start here. Gets a club card. So I'm doing some math here, and I like this. I like this because I can play a flush 5 off of it. Like, I like this a lot, actually. Flush house, not flush 5. I think this could get us pretty good results. Yeah, wow, that was such a good one. And we unlocked that last voucher. Well, I mean, if it's working, it's working. Got to keep going. Unlock yet another Joker. It's just taunting me with that lucky cat now. So our scaling has definitely capped out. So this will very likely just be the end of it. But 600 million, pretty lofty goal. I don't even know what I do here. How about we just play aces? Yeah, we're just gonna play aces. One of the smallest hands we've gotten in a long while. Okay. Probably should have upgraded to bonus card there. Yeah, I think upgrading that to a bonus card might have been my only chance of success. Okay, so we can keep ditching stuff. Not bad. Can increase this by 1. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to change these to bonus cards because polychrome bonus cards are huge. And then we'll just see how much the potential for this is. I don't see a world where we could win without one more scaling multiplier. Yeah, I think that will be a good game. Can upgrade this and then close out with a nice 5 of a kind, and then whatever these kings end up being. Well, I mean, we at least get the best chance that we're going to get. Not a bad ending. 261 million. Best hand ended up being 208 right there at the end. Honestly, happy with the run all in all. And did a lot of unlocks. For 10 consecutive rounds, earning the most. Oh my god, so many new Jokers unlocked. Seeing a lot of my favorites over there. Yeah, so really excited to play around with this Joker. It is a little hard to make work efficiently. Because you're really at the whim of luck unless you can really filter your deck down to being just one or a few cards. Oh, so many upgrades. Oh, that is a lot of upgrades. Cool. I think next time, just keep pumping it forward. Get into the black stake.